Okay. I think we're good. I think we're live. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. I got the F-14 Tomcat hat on today. For the F-14. Freaking ready to play some more DCS. Do some more flying. See how this goes. So, super excited. If you guys recall in the last video, we stalled. I had the flaps up. I think my speed was a little too low. I think that definitely helped put us into a flat spin. And the plane was all over the place. It kept wanting us to go roll to the left, and I'm trying to fight that the whole time, and it was not fun. It was not fun at all. So we're gonna do the same shore-based takeoff again. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer video today. I want to do shore-based takeoff, get in the air. I think the goal, get to that same airport. I do want to mess with a few things, so even if we crash a few times or, not going to end the video, I want there to be more time for us to fly. So, you guys should be able to hear the desktop audio. Let me know if you guys are hearing that. I'm not watching these when I'm posting them. I probably should be, just to go over the footage, make sure everything's working. But let me know if you guys are hearing everything. So here we are.
Good morning, pilot. Today you will learn how to taxi and take off in the Tomcat. We are at Sakuni Airfield with a clean aircraft and only empty drop tanks left. The aircraft is already started and good to go, so let's begin. Press spacebar when you are ready.
So we go here to our flight stick. What is this? This is the eject. Flaps up and down. Going. Trim roll. Here we go. Up and down. And then roll left and right. I do want to tune these. Oh no, this is trim rudder. We're not even interested. Weapon selector, wing sweep. What is pitch and roll? Where's that at? I don't want trim. I don't even want to worry about trim right now. Flaps up and down. Eject. I thought this gave me... Curious. There it is. Pitch, roll, and rudder. Okay. So for roll, I think I want to tune this 100, 0, curvature, and I think you want that to be at 10. I was seeing something on that. Gives it a little bit of sensitivity. Maybe just so it's not so sensitive. Tune combo axis. So essentially, it's gonna change the way a little bit how the plane flies. I think we're gonna leave rudder how it is.
Gunfighter 2-1, taxi to runway 12 via Alpha, altimeter 29er 2.
Taxi runway 12 via Alpha, Gunfighter 2-1.
He's saying...
First, disengage the parking brake.
Alpha.
Turn on the nose wheel steering. The amber nose wheel steering engage light next to the HUD should illuminate.
What about satellite?
Check the brakes by depressing and releasing the brake pedals while checking the brake pressure.
It's crazy because
Press spacebar to continue.
there's signs here that point to this being Bravo, and then this one's Alpha, clearly over here, and then this is 120 degrees taking off in the eastern direction. This is 120 degrees going east. This over here, this runway over here is going to be 300 degrees taking off in the northwestern direction, essentially. Never eat soggy waffles. Yeah, northwest. So 300 degrees northwest, and then 120 degrees southeast. very close to east. Well, yeah. Sorry. I was thinking. I got lost in the sauce there. So, essentially, it's kind of... I think it's... The first critique I have here is pulling up the map. You can't see Bravo on the runway. You can't see Alpha on the runway. You kind of have to taxi, and you don't know the layout of the airport. Most airport layouts, they're gonna show you on a map of an airport. It's gonna show you I mean, shoot, dude, it's gonna show you what runway you're taking off from. So I guess it's a good thing. I can turn it into satellite mode, and I can see the numbers on the runway. But here at altitude, same with altitude, or the alt. I don't know what alt is. That might be like alternate mode or something, like alternate color. But map is just kind of useless as far as the airport view goes, and satellite's going to be better. So I do kind of wish as a beginner there was a little bit more information displayed on these on these maps, right? Like, you know, this path right here is going to 12 Bravo, and this one is actually going to 12 Alpha. This one over here at the very end over here might be 30 Alpha, 30 Bravo, 30 Charlie, right? Just kind of the assumption there. So definitely would be something to consider. Me, you know, being new to a flight simulator game and all of that. Because that's something I don't think essentially you could taxi, right? So I think it says, what does he say? Yeah, he just says Gunfighter 2-1 taxi to and hold short runway 12 via taxiway Alpha. So he doesn't tell you turn left or turn right. It's not like GPS. So if I was completely new and didn't have any common sense and didn't try to figure out how to pull up a map, didn't press random buttons, couldn't figure the map out, I could potentially turn left and end up on 30 Charlie, 30, you know. You guys get the point. Definitely something to consider. But I mean, if you're sitting here, are there any signs? I don't see any signs outside of the airplane directing the pilot. There's nothing directly in front of us, so you do have to have a little bit of common sense. Hopefully new players are pulling that map up and going, oh, hey, look, over there. So let's get this hush puppy in the plane, or up in the air. I have got you paused. Okay, spacebar.
Set anti-skid to bolt.
Make sure your skid's set.
You may now taxi to runway 12. Follow taxiway Alpha to the right. When nose wheel steering is activated, the rudder pedals will steer the nose wheel left and right. You can also use differential brake to help with steering. Hold short of the runway.
That's good. Now we've got the instruction. Go. Get it. So listen to that.
set the trim to 0 and press the spacebar when ready.
There's this down here. If you can see it, it's below this bottom screen here. It's pretty sure this green, red. Right now the sensors are in the red, and I'm pretty sure that's for both brakes. Essentially, flaps coming down. We need to set our trim to 0. The trim sensor, it's right here. If you look right there in the golden box, that little needle that splits when I turn the joystick, I'm setting both of those needles to the 0. Setting that trim to 0. So that's what we're doing there. Alright, let's let this bad boy there. Trim is set to 0.
Set wing sweep to auto.
Sweep.
Lower the maneuver flaps by pressing the DLC thumb wheel aft on the stick. Visually check the wings and the flap indicator. You may also lower the flaps to full, however, the maneuver flaps should be sufficient. Press the spacebar to continue.
I do have flaps full. I don't know if they're the maneuver flaps. So if you guys could talk about that too. I did try typing this yesterday. I don't remember if I did it on camera or if it was after when I was off camera. But you type in DLC. So we're looking for DLC maneuver flaps, and I'm just not seeing it. I've got thumb wheel forward and thumb wheel aft. I don't... He says you gotta move them via the thumb wheel. That might be it. That actually might be it. I'm gonna have to figure out how would you... Let's do left control. And joy button 5. Oh, it only allows for one. How do you come... Oh, you add modifier. Left control. Joy button 5. Button 5. Okay. So you add a modifier. Dirk, huh? Joy button 5 plus left control plus joy button 5. Ah. Reset. Actually, add modifier. Left control, joy button 5. Guys, I'm figuring it out. No, I don't like this. Why joy button 5 plus left control and joy button? This is not bueno, sir. Not bueno. Delete. Clear combo. Okay. Add modifier. Left control. Joy button 5. Brings it forward. Alright? There we go. That's what I wanted. Thumb wheel aft. Add modifier. Left control. Joy button 6. Because that's back. And I think this is going to do maneuver flaps. We're going to see. So now, we're going to do, I believe it was a wing sweep. I have to go back. I have to go back and fix that. Because that isn't no bueno. Wing sweep aft. 7. Okay, so wing sweep forward was just the normal joy button 5. All right, no modifiers, so we can just use joy button 5. We're good. Left control modifier with joy button 5 is gonna be the thing. I don't even know what the thing does. We're gonna.
Gunfighter 2-1, wind 080 at 2 knots. Cleared for takeoff, runway 12.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 12, Gunfighter 2-1. Go ahead and taxi onto the runway, and press the spacebar when ready. In the F-14B, takeoffs are made with military power only due to airspeed restrictions on the landing gear and risks for afterburner flameouts and asymmetric thrusts. You may choose to disengage the nose wheel steering. This is normally done at the 100 knots call from the Rio. Advance the throttles to 100% RPM. Rotate at 140 knots. Hold the stick back firmly, but gently. The aircraft should lift at around 150 knots.
You're too fast!
set the HUD mode to cruise on the display panel.
actually, where are we right now? Wow, we're way past the airfield. I could have flown in there. Alright, so if we make a... It's not even letting me. Alright, we're gonna just have to turn. I don't have a compass. landing. If you were in real life, you wouldn't have a map on you, and if you did have a map on you, you wouldn't be able to see where you're on that map at. You know, it's not like we're flying around with Google Maps on our
done, pilot. This concludes the lesson. In the next one, we'll teach you to land this baby. What? Oh, you're still here? Well, then have some fun. Sink rate is too high. Shit.
That was an insane amount of flying today. I don't know about you guys, but I am insanely satisfied with how this video went. Located an airfield, attempted to land. You watched me bounce off the runway like a million times. It wasn't even butter. It was bad. Tomorrow's video is going to be awesome. We are going to learn how to carrier land. Or we're going to learn how to land. I think we're taking off of a carrier. We're taking off of a carrier. There will be more messing around. I think we'll try to land again. Maybe we'll try to land on the carrier. This ain't easy. I'm not going to lie, guys. That was rough. That was fun, but that was rough. But I loved that. That was... Let's see. What are we doing? Training. Shore-based landing would be next, but I think we should do carrier landing or carrier takeoff. Or should we do shore-based? Okay, I'll surprise you. We're gonna do. I think we have to do the shore-based learning. We did shore-based takeoff. I think shore-based landing is what's gotta happen. And maybe we just practice. Run it. Just keep running it, right? My current setup of where my mouse is, I think my mouse needs to go. I'm gonna come. Trunk mode, sorry. Please don't go. I think I'm gonna come. Maybe the mouse goes over here, further to the, because I'm right-handed, so trying to like hit the landing gear with that was rough. And it definitely messes up like the steadiness. Or I could just become great at left-handing the mouse. But yeah, what a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I enjoy making it. I'm glad I get to upload this. Wow. We crashed yesterday, we crashed today. The crashing is not going to end. So I think tomorrow we do shore-based landing. See how that goes. I can't believe we located the airport. It was a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I'm not going to lie to you. That airport was pretty small. I'm surprised I saw that. I was like, oh, there it is. Like, that was just kind of... Yeah. Anyway. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. If you liked, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more. This is DCS learning series, so I'm not a pro. I'm literally learning the game. This is like day 3 of me playing it. I work full time, you know, like, I definitely don't have a lot of time to put into this, but the time I do put into it, I want to put quality effort in, and I want to make sure I'm learning and getting better, right? And I want you guys to be able to see that. You're going from not being able to play this game, it takes you like 2 days to take off, land. Day 1, I spent a whole day just pressing buttons. You guys saw the first video. That was an hour and 50 something minutes of just pressing buttons. For some people, it takes an hour to get off the ground. It takes an hour to get that cold start, right? For other people, it takes 2 days. I know for me, it took about a day of pressing the buttons, and then I couldn't get it. You know, it was, and I still don't know the whole startup procedure. I know connect ground air, ground power, turn on oxygen mask. And then I was a goofball. I like to hit the ejection switch early. I still don't understand the whole jester, you know, marking stuff, you know, zeroing in whatever he was doing there. The, what do they call him? Something intercept officer? Radar intercept officer? That job is, flew over my head. I'm like, dude, I barely understand a pilot right now. I'm not even going to worry about real officer. I don't understand what he was doing. I think he was marking waypoints on, or getting you your waypoint information. So it would, you know, you plug waypoints into the plane, and then that's how you get your missions, right? That's coordinates. It's crazy. That stuff's crazy. It's insane. I don't even understand it yet. I'm just like, wow, it blows my mind. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Again, like if you liked the video, subscribe. If you want more content, that subscribe button's free. I'm definitely wanting to make. I think I would definitely like to make a YouTube channel out of this and definitely go big. But I just want to show you guys that, you know, we all start from somewhere, and this is me starting out. Day 2 crash. So, but you know what? We had a lot of successes today. There was some pretty smooth flying. It got a little antsy when we made some comebacks, and then we found an airport. We marked the airport from the day before. We're going to get to that airport. We got to that airport. Now we have to get to that airport again, and we have to land. Right, so that's the goal. Land at that airport. And I think we're going to try to do that. We're going to try to do that. We're going to try to do I can't even speak English. Do that. All right. That's enough said. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching. And fly high, fly fast. I don't know.